How good was Prime Messi at Barcelona? Did you know that 8-time Ballon d'Or winner Lionel Messi, a man who is somewhat the standard of a perfect player in modern-day football, almost never had a career? This is perhaps the most shocking thing you have heard today, but the former Barcelona talisman had issues with his growth hormone as a kid. This ailment was supposed to end his football career a long time before it started. However, Barcelona came to the rescue. They paid for his treatment in exchange for him putting pen to paper for them, and this might go down in history as one of the best decisions made by the Spanish giants ever. Several years after Barcelona paid for his medication, everyone can tell that Messi has repaid their faith in him. The former Barcelona captain gave his all to Barcelona, but how good was Prime Messi at Barcelona? We will find out in a moment, but in the meantime, kindly smash the like and share buttons. Also, please subscribe to this channel if you are new here. Prior to Messi's arrival at Barcelona, La Masia had the likes of Cesc Fabregas as one of its best students. Well, Fabregas remained one of the best, but Messi came in from nowhere to become the best. He was so good, Barcelona didn't wait for a proper document to sign him. One of the officials at the Barcelona Academy didn't want to risk losing Messi, so they made him sign for the club on the closest material they could get. Messi went through the ranks like every other star that has come out of La Masia. Interestingly, it was obvious he wasn't like the other kids. Of course, these other young players were some of the best in the world for their ages, but Messi was heads and shoulders above everyone. While some of his contemporaries like Cesc Fabregas and Gerald Piqué had to leave Barcelona to pick up experience in minutes, Messi was able to break into the star-studded Barcelona team. He was so good. Ronaldinho, who was the best player in the world at the time, acknowledged him as a star that was going to shine way brighter than other stars. Messi was already a rising star in the days of Ronaldinho. However, he had to wait for the Brazilian to leave Spain before establishing himself as a force in the football world. The football world remembers Messi as the guy who did things that other players wouldn't dare. He had crazy figures and at some point was absolutely unplayable. This is something that Madrid stars knew so well. However, Messi didn't become the unplayable kid with crazy numbers overnight. Initially, he was simply a very good dribbler. He beat players for fun, and this was obvious right from the day he made his Barcelona debut. However, he had to wait till he got his first start to show the world that the legendary Ronaldinho wasn't the best dribbler in Spain. In his first start for Barcelona, which happened to be in a match against Osasuna, Messi was able to complete 11 dribbles, 2 dribbles more than Barcelona legend Ronaldinho, who was considered the best player in the world at the time. Although Messi had established the fact that he could beat players at will, he clearly still had a lot of work to do, so long as finishing was concerned. In his early days, he had to rely on the likes of Samuel Eto'o to help him do the scoring while he focused mainly on beating players. Since scoring wasn't his strong point yet, in the 2004-05 season, he was able to score just 1 league goal. At this point, it was obvious he could dribble an entire team effortlessly, but he had to improve on his numbers. Well, he didn't waste time to do this. The next season, he was able to provide 5 assists and score 8 goals in 25 league appearances. Although Messi had improved his numbers, he picked up an injury that slowed him down. As much as Messi couldn't really play as much as he would have wanted because he was injured, he still had several tricks up his sleeves, and one team that learned this the hard way was Real Madrid. Messi scored a hat-trick in his first El Clasico. At the moment, it seemed like he had done all that he could really do against Madrid. However, the fact was he was just starting. He was going to terrorize the Los Blancos for many more seasons. Messi had barely started his career when he came in second in the 2007 Ballon d'Or Awards. The fact is, everyone was expecting CR7 to come second behind Kaká, but to the football community's surprise, he came second. The arrival of Pep Guardiola changed Messi's career. Before Pep came around, Messi was great, but Pep's arrival unlocked levels never seen before. Well, one could say this was Messi simply getting better. Of course, Messi did get better, but the improvement in his results was a lot more than him getting better. Pep introduced him to a new position, the false 9 position, and with this, teams in Europe just didn't know how to deal with the Argentine. Pep was able to get Messi into his prime because he was a genius coach. As much as this played a role, the fact is Pep had coached Messi while the latter was still a student at La Masia, so he knew who Messi was and what he could do. He also wanted Messi to be Barcelona's key player. And this was quite easy to achieve because Ronaldinho was out of the picture. With the departure of Ronaldinho came Messi taking over the number 10 jersey in Barcelona. And for some reason, it appeared putting on the iconic number 10 jersey unlocked new levels for Messi. Messi was great in 2008, but that was clearly Ronaldo's year. Well, 2009 came, and he won the Ballon d'Or for the first time. He was 22 years old at the time. As interesting as winning the Ballon d'Or at 22 was, the Argentine had just started with this award. He won it again the next year and went on to win it 8 times in his career. In 2009, Messi won the Ballon d'Or after helping Barcelona win the Champions League. In the Champions League final against Manchester United, he scored a header that no one saw coming. Interestingly, not many people still understand how a player his height was able to score such a great header. 2010 wasn't Barcelona's year, as they were knocked out of the Champions League in the semi-final by Inter Milan, which went on to win a treble that season. Inter Milan's Wesley Sneijder had a great year and even went on to play in the final of the World Cup that year, so there were speculations that he was best suited for the Ballon d'Or. Well, Messi didn't win the Champions League and even had a bad outing at the World Cup that year. However, in 53 games with 47 goals and 12 assists, he had 59 goal contributions. Scoring 47 goals in a season was great, but even more interesting is the fact that he personally destroyed Arsenal that year after scoring 4 goals in 1 match. The 2009-10 version of Messi was mind-blowing, but the 2011-12 season was absolutely ridiculous. Dude was doing things that could only be imagined by a gamer. Messi scored 53 goals and provided 27 assists in 55 games. While playing under Pep in the false 9 position, Messi didn't have the mindset of waiting for the ball. Rather, he had a reputation for picking the ball, running at the opponent and scoring solo goals, or setting up his teammates. There were really no words to describe him. He was basically a magician. Unlike the 2010-11 season, the 2012 season wasn't a great one for Barcelona. They lost the La Liga to Madrid, and Chelsea won the Champions League. However, Messi had an amazing year. In 60 games, he had 73 goals. At this point, he was no longer competing with individuals. Rather, he was competing with other teams. That year, he hit 50 goals in just the La Liga and was the first player to achieve this. In Europe's top 5 leagues, he outscored 61 teams. Messi clearly pickled in 2012. Although he never achieved the figures associated with 2012 ever again, he remained one of the best in the world for a long time and continued getting nominated for the Ballon d'Or until 2023. Well, this means he remained a top player between 2007 and 2023. It doesn't get better than this. Messi didn't just do it all with Barcelona. Against all odds, he won the World Cup with Argentina in 2022, and with this, he sealed his place as the greatest player of all time. That's all we can take today. So, what do you think of Messi and his career? Kindly tell us in the comment section below. Before moving on, please hit the like and share buttons if you are yet to do so. Also, please subscribe to this channel if you are new here. See you in the next video.